Alright, welcome to learning how to use print in Roblox Studio. So first thing you're going to want to do is in server script service, you're going to want to create a server script. And it's actually the first thing that shows up. So if you want to figure out what exactly this does, is you will go up to the top left-hand corner here, and you want to make sure you have run selected. And then you're just going to hit the blue play button, and you're going to see down here in the output, it says hello world. That's great. That means it's working. So here's exactly how it works. You want to start off by typing in print, and it's going to automatically have an opening and closing parentheses. So in these parentheses, you can put one of two things. You can put letters or numbers or a combination of both. So if you ever want to put some sort of text in here, you can't just start typing, I like fish. You can't do that. But if you did want to put I like fish, you would have to first put in quotation marks. Then you could type in I like fish. But what if you wanted to put numbers? Well, you can put them in quotation marks, but for better practice and better habit, I would highly recommend you just type in the number. And I'm going to show you exactly why. Let's say you had to do some sort of basic math calculation for, let's say, adding coins or subtracting coins from a player, and you want to print the value. Let's say we have print 10 minus 5. Okay, and then we're going to add a second print value here, where we're going to put them in quotation marks. So we all know what 10 minus 5 is. It's going to say 5, right? Because that's what 10 minus 5 is equal to. But when we run it, the one on the top where we just had the numbers printed in, it's going to print the actual value 5. However, the second value, the one we put in parentheses, quite literally puts it as 10 minus 5. So unless that is your intent, I would highly recommend not putting numbers inside of quotation marks unless you want them to be a string or a line of text. Now that's great and all, but when do we use this, right? How can this be useful? It's just putting things in the output box and it's not really giving me much information. Well, the print is actually used as a debugging tool for when you start getting into more advanced scripts and you have lines upon lines of code and something just doesn't work, and let's say it doesn't even give you an error. It's just the script is not working the way you want it to. We got to figure out where it's going wrong, and the way you can do that is actually by plugging in these prints throughout your script and seeing which ones are printing correctly. And usually how I would do it is throughout my code, I would put print A, and then put print B, print C, print D, and if, let's say, I run the code and I see A, B, C, and then I don't see D in the output, well, I know everything up to C is working the way I want it to work, and anything past D is not working. So now I have narrowed down my search from, let's say, a 400-line script to maybe 10 or so lines. And it speeds up the process of bug fixing, helps you figure out exactly what's going wrong with it. And there's a lot more things you can print, and that's something I will show you in later videos as we get further on in the course. But for now, this is how printing works, and use it for debugging. And it's actually a very powerful tool you'll be using further on in your scripting journeys.